Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching NDTV and this is Battle for States, where we look at elections and their impact very closely. 2 months ago, with back-to-back meetings, it seemed that the opposition alliance, INDIA or India, was working hard to put its best foot forward and present a picture of a front that is serious on the task that it has set for itself, unseat the BJP-led government from the centre. But the picture has changed since then. Today, Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar blamed the Congress for lack of progress in preparing for the 2024 Lok Sabha election. He said that the Congress, one of the group's biggest members of the opposition, is preoccupied with state polls. Remember that the Congress is in power in Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh that vote this month. It is fighting for a comeback in Madhya Pradesh, Telangana and Mizoram. Nitish Kumar was speaking at a Communist Party of India rally in Patna. He said despite a lot of push, there has not been much progress on the India front and that the Congress seems to be more interested in the 5 assembly polls. Now remember that Nitish Kumar is the most central figure in the India alliance because he was the one who brought parties such as TMC and Samajwadi Party on one platform along with the Congress. He has also released the caste survey data in the state that has strengthened the opposition's OBC pitch. He's amongst the longest serving chief ministers who's not under the radar of any investigating agency, which is why what he says becomes all the more important. But what is the significance of a statement like this from Nitish Kumar and how critical is the timing of this statement? Remember that the Congress is fighting its own allies such as Aam Aadmi Party, JDU and Samajwadi Party in over 150 seats in the states of Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. And there have been squabbles that the party has had with these allies over seat sharing. Meanwhile, Samajwadi Party in Uttar Pradesh has decided to contest 65 of the 80 seats in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. The party could leave 15 seats, including Amethi constituency, a former Congress stronghold, for their India partners. Incidentally, another minister of the Aam Aadmi Party, also an India ally, the Social Welfare Minister of Delhi, Raaj Kumar Anand, came under the scrutiny of the ED today, even as Delhi Chief Minister and Aam Aadmi Party Supremo Arvind Kejriwal skipped ED summons to campaign in Madhya Pradesh, where the party is contesting on 70 seats. So what do these developments mean for the India alliance? Is Nitish Kumar sounding a word of caution? Is it a warning? Or is he just plain exasperated with the Congress? And most importantly, what does this mean for the OBC politics of the opposition? Those are the questions we are asking tonight. Before we go to our guests, let's listen to what Nitish Kumar had to say today.
तो काम ज्यादा नहीं हो रहा, अभी 5 जगह विधानसभा का चुनाव है, तो कांग्रेस पार्टी तो उसी में ज्यादा इंटरेस्टेड है, तो अभी तो इसको हम लोग कांग्रेस पार्टी को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए हम लोग सब एक जुट के काम कर रहे थे, लेकिन अभी उनको कोई इस सब चीज की चिंता है नहीं। अभी तो लगे हुए हैं 5 राज्य के चुनाव, इसलिए 5 राज्य का चुनाव होगा, उसके बाद अपने सबको बुलावेंगे। आजकल कभी कोई चर्चा नहीं हो रही।
So that's Nitish Kumar speaking today on the Congress being interested only in assembly polls. Now, this was not what he said in June when he sounded far more optimistic about opposition unity. Let's listen to what he had said then in June 2023.
और एक साथ चलने की सहमति हुई है और उसके बाद अगली मीटिंग कुछ ही दिनों के बाद सब पार्टियों की एक और की जाएगी और हर चीज के बारे में, कोई भी किसी राज्य के बारे में भी, वहां की सरकार के बारे में कोई एक चुनौती आती है तो सब लोग एक साथ कहे कि नहीं साहब सब लोग रहेंगे, तो ये सब बात हो गई है।
So we have a panel of esteemed guests with us, political analysts Mita Gupta and Sanjay Singh with us. But first, let's go across to my colleague Manish in Patna, who has been covering the state's politics for many years. Manish, what are the political undertones in Nitish Kumar's statement today? Tell us, what is he trying to convey?
Basically, he is trying to convey that, that somewhere he is not very happy with the turn of events, especially with the leadership of the Congress, because in the last meeting at Mumbai, they had worked out certain deadline that by the end of November, they will at least formalize the seat sharing formula. Seat sharing formula is already in place in states like Bihar and Jharkhand, because they are old allies, and in Jharkhand they contested the Lok Sabha election together. In Bihar also there is some formula which they worked out in during the 2015 assembly elections. But of course, in the states like Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, and Punjab and Delhi, they need to work out, they need to sit down and discuss the seat sharing formula. And somewhere Nitish Kumar thinks that because the Congress leadership is preoccupied with the elections in 5 states, so there was, this deadline was not met, and he's really not very happy. Besides that, Vasudha, during the Bombay meeting, there were several subcommittees were formed, and in most of the subcommittees, the Congress party leaders are the convener or the leading member of those committee. Somewhere, there was some informal meetings. Some meetings also took place on video conferencing, but after that, not much has happened in the last 45 days. So somewhere Nitish Kumar is, by his statement, he has conveyed to the Congress party leadership that the moment you are, done with the election in 5 states, you have to address all these issues which was discussed, and which was, there was some kind of deadline. So now we are really running out of not only time, but also as an ally, we are running out of patience. Vasudha.
Manish, also explain the central figure that Nitish Kumar plays in this whole alliance, because I remember that he was successful in getting people like Rahul Gandhi, Akhilesh Yadav and Mamata Banerjee on the same page. And that was a time when these parties would say, we would come together, but without the Congress. But he insisted on the Congress being part of the alliance. So how do you see this exasperation in his tone today?
Yes, of course. Nitish Kumar is one of those few leaders who never had any kind of confusion about the Congress role of the Congress party, and he is very clear that unless Congress is on board, Congress plays the leading role. There can be no opposition unity, and you cannot hope of checkmating BJP in either in the state elections or in parliamentary elections. Of course, the India alliance, as of now, it has been made clear that this alliance has been formed not to fight the state elections together, but to contest the Lok Sabha elections in 2024 together. But somewhere Nitish Kumar is one of those few leaders in this alliance who not only enjoys the confidence of most of the leaders, barring few leaders, they have still he is not on such a very good terms, but he enjoys the respect and confidence of most of the alliance partners. So somewhere he is very key. He plays the kind of bridge maker for Congress and the remaining allies. Vasudha.
Thank you, Manish, for joining us with those details. We also have my colleague Tanishq with us. Tanishq, the Samajwadi Party could fight 65 seats in Uttar Pradesh on its own in Lok Sabha, leaving 15 for India allies. Is this the Samajwadi Party sending out a clear message to the Congress about its ability to be the main opposition in the state?
Yes, definitely, Vasudha. It seems like the Samajwadi Party is trying to send out a clear message to the Congress Party, especially in Uttar Pradesh. We have seen there was a bit of war of words between the Uttar Pradesh Congress, Uttar Pradesh unit and the Samajwadi Party Supremo Akhilesh Yadav. There was a bit of war of words between Ajay Rai and Akhilesh Yadav, and especially over the seat sharing of Madhya Pradesh. So the relations, the bitterness of the relations started from Madhya Pradesh, and it has now extended over to Uttar Pradesh, and it will be impacting 2024 polls. So, although there is no official confirmation, but our sources tell to NDTV that Samajwadi Party is planning to fight on at least 65 of 80 seats, leaving 15 to the alliance partners. Now, in alliance partners, there is Congress, but one more thing to be noted is that there will be RJD also. RJD was an alliance partner, or is an alliance partner of the India Bloc, and was in alliance with the Samajwadi Party earlier as well in the assembly elections. So limiting the the seats for India Bloc partners to only 15. Now, what is to be seen after someone gives an official confirmation on this from Samajwadi Party, we have to see what will be the reaction of the Congress, because it will definitely widen the rift between the two parties. There was already a bit of war of words going on and now a statement by Nitish Kumar. So the India bloc seems to be, falling apart, or you can say the rift is widening in the India bloc, and all around it is in the center of it is the Congress party.
Right.
Over to you.
Thank you, Tanishq, for joining us with those details. Let us talk to our experts now. Thank you, Smita Gupta and Sanjay Singh, for joining us. Smita ma'am, how do you see Nitish Kumar's statement today? Would you see this as a widening rift within the opposition alliance?
Okay, at the outset, I'd like to say that when it's a question of a number of parties trying to share seats, this kind of war of words has been seen historically. As you get closer to the poll dates, you will find political parties jostling for space and therefore criticizing each other in public, even though that it is not a good idea. Having said that, the second point I want to make is that for the Congress, this set of 5 elections is extremely important. The Congress, as we know, even though it has still a large national footprint, electorally it is very weak today. Therefore, for it, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan are very, very key states. They are fighting to win all 3, and they're hoping to win at least 2. Even in Telangana and in Mizoram, many people see them as the number 2 party. So this set of elections is very important. And the Congress wants, on its part, to be able to establish some ground from which, so that it is in a position then to bargain for the 2024 general elections. Right. Having said that, given the kind of experience of other coalitions in the past, it would have been sensible for the Congress party to have shown a certain generosity during these elections and given its, alliance partners a certain number of seats in each of these states and not, had this unseemly sort of war of words coming out into the open. Right. But to write off the whole thing, to say that this is the end of the India alliance, I don't think so. Because in politics, everybody is looking to increase their own space. Right. But at the same time, the India alliance, members of the India alliance, including and especially the Congress party, must realize that it has the most to lose and the most to gain. Right. And therefore, generosity on its part would be a wise, move forward. Right.
Sanjay Singh, would you agree with that? Because, there is the question of regional aspirations, and of course, there is also the question of a bipolar fight, with the Congress being strong in certain states. So what does the optics of this mean, something that Smita ma'am also touched upon, and what kind of assurance does this give to voters? Because clearly this is not a united front as it's claiming to be.
Vasudha, let us put things in perspective before going into those details. See, before speaking what Nitish Kumar spoke today, he fielded 5 candidates from JDU in Madhya Pradesh for Madhya Pradesh Assembly election, a place where JDU never fielded a candidate, to best of my knowledge, subject to correction, but JDU has never fielded any candidate in Madhya Pradesh. Second, Nitish Kumar was a person who in 2014 was projected by many, and also including those in media, as somebody who could be real challenges to now Prime Minister Modi, then BJP's Prime Ministerial candidate Narendra Modi, and he was hailed as somebody who was most articulate, he can match Modi word to word in his achievement to achievement, and so on and so forth. We know what happened then. JDU got 2 seats. Now, when Nitish Kumar started this whole campaign of uniting all opposition parties, then 2 things had not happened. A, Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra, and 2, Karnataka elections. Post these 2 things, Congress got into a bit buoyant mode. And Nitish Kumar, after holding that Patna conclave where he invited all those leaders, where again there was a great deal of tamasha, Arvind Kejriwal going, not going, Arvind Kejriwal leaving the center stage, leaving early, and so on and so forth. Those details can be passed over. Right. Now, in Bangalore also, Nitish Kumar, as report suggested, was not happy with India formulation. Right. Today, if you have noticed, Nitish Kumar went through abbreviation of India lands. He spoke word by word as to what they mean. He did not say India. Yeah. He said I.N.I.A and what it means.
Okay.
Third, Nitish Kumar was speaking at a CPI rally. Nitish Kumar, CPI, as we know, even in left, CPI is left. Left and left is left only in Kerala, and where Congress and BJP, Congress and left are pitted against each other. So Nitish Kumar, what he is saying, I think should be bring alarm bell to Congress party. Another thing about UP, 65 seats. I don't think Samajwadi Party, maybe it's up to his wisdom, Akhilesh Yadav's wisdom, but current strength of Congress party in UP Assembly is only 2. Remember, only 2, and 1 parliament seat in Raebareli. Even in Amethi, Samajwadi Party gave a tacit support to the Congress where Rahul Gandhi lost last parliamentary election.
Okay, Smita ma'am, one more question I wanted to touch upon. So are parties like Samajwadi Party and JDU also wary of the Congress because of its aggressive OBC posturing? It's likely that the original exponents of Mandal politics may not want to share the legacy, right? So I was talking to a leader today and he was telling me how Rahul Gandhi's tweet on OBC census mentions only Bihar government, does not really talk about Nitish Kumar. So these are people who have spent a lifetime in OBC politics. Do you think that's also a cause of contention?
It could be, because the fact is that the parties like the Samajwadi Party, the Rashtriya Janata Dal, and these parties are sort of, in short, called Mandal parties because they are the ones who kind of reap the maximum political benefits from the time the Mandal Commission report was accepted in the early 1990s, at a point of time at which the Congress party was completely opposed to, the Mandal formula, and remained that remained their official position till fairly recently, when Rahul Gandhi has made the caste census, a major sort of talking point.
Right.
Clearly, for the Congress party, it is looking either it has seen the light,
right,
or in political terms, it has realized that it has no caste constituency that it can rely on. The upper castes are no longer with it as it used to be in the early years of the Congress.
Right.
Neither the Dalits, even the Muslims come with them only in states where there is no other option. So therefore, they are also looking for another constituency.
Right. Thank you, Smita. I'm sorry to cut you short. We're just running short of time.
Everybody has to be wary of.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. We're running short of time. I'm sorry to cut you short. Thank you so much for joining us, Sanjay Singh and Smita Gupta. Moving on to the AAP story from Delhi, the Enforcement Directorate today raided the premises of Delhi Cabinet Minister and Aam Aadmi Party leader Raaj Kumar Anand and some others as part of a money laundering probe. Mr. Anand is the 5th Aam Aadmi Party leader under scrutiny. Can these setbacks stop Arvind Kejriwal's plans for Aam Aadmi Party's nationwide expansion? How badly do these allegations dent the party's image? My colleague Vedant has this report.
Will he? Won't he? After hours of speculation, Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal skipping an ED summons, his first in the liquor policy case, for a trip to election-bound Madhya Pradesh. In a scathing letter to the probe agency, Arvind Kejriwal dismissed ED's notice to him as politically motivated and issued at the behest of the BJP. He said the summons was leaked to BJP MPs to tarnish his reputation. Asking the ED to recall the summons, he said the agency did not make it clear whether he is being called as a witness or a suspect in the case. With the BJP upping its ante against Arvind Kejriwal's move, a fresh flashpoint in Delhi.
बड़ा दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है कि मनोज तिवारी जी को पता था कि ईडी अब अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को सम्मन देके गिरफ्तार करेगी. इसका मतलब जो पटकथा है, जो स्क्रिप्ट है, वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के मुख्यालय में लिखी जाती है. ईडी का, इन्वेस्टिगेशन का, मेरिट का, सबूतों का कोई लेना देना नहीं है.
अरविंद केजरीवाल ईडी के समन से भाग रहे हैं. अरविंद केजरीवाल सच्चाई से सामना करने से भाग रहे हैं. ही डज नॉट वांट टू फेस द ट्रुथ. जांच से भागना एक तरह से ये एक्सेप्ट करना होता है कि हां मैंने गलती की है. कट्टर ईमानदार अपने आप को कहते थे, बाद में सिद्ध हुआ कि ये कट्टर बेईमान है.
This as Arvind Kejriwal hit the roads in MP and Chhattisgarh. On his third visit to MP in 6 months, he stopped for a roadshow in Singrauli in the politically strategic Vindhya Pradesh area where he hit out at the BJP.
जिस दिन चुनाव के नतीजे आएंगे, मुझे नहीं पता मैं जेल में होऊंगा कि मैं बाहर होऊंगा.
But even as Arvind Kejriwal looks to expand his party's footprint to new states like MP and Chhattisgarh, where he has fielded candidates on almost all seats, another AAP leader now on the agency radar on their home turf in Delhi. Party veteran and Delhi's Social Welfare Minister Raaj Kumar Anand searched by the Enforcement Directorate in a customs-related case. With agencies closing in on AAP netas in an election year, will people accept the party's political vendetta rebuttal or will it dent Kejriwal's political ambitions? The Enforcement Directorate is moving fast with the investigation, especially after the shot in the arm from the top court in the liquor policy case. A fresh summons to the Aam Aadmi Party boss is expected soon. The liquor scam heat is only intensifying on Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party. They call it political vendetta, but the fact of the matter is that this has dented their Kattar Imandar image. At a time when Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal is campaigning in poll-bound states, it is becoming increasingly difficult for his party to wriggle out of corruption charges with a big battle of 2024, now perhaps just months away. In New Delhi with camera person Ashok Mahali, Vedant for NDTV.
So that was a report on Aam Aadmi Party facing a dent on its Kattar Imandar image. Moving on to the other political story that's making news, disgruntled Congress leaders and their supporters have been protesting in many pockets of the state after they were denied tickets in the fourth list of the Congress candidates. This happened a day after the party released its fourth list of candidates for the assembly election scheduled to be held on November 25th. And this is not just within the Congress. Across his tour of Jabalpur, Bhopal, Gwalior and Madhya Pradesh in the last few days, Home Minister Amit Shah has told BJP leaders to focus on three-cornered contests and ensure that every party member feels valued. How are parties trying to contain the anger of ticket aspirants and also address factionalism in their own party units? This is going to be the focus of this discussion. With me is political analyst Avinash Kalla. Mr. Kalla, thank you very much for joining us on NDTV. So both the Congress and the BJP have waited for quite a bit before releasing their lists for Rajasthan. Now we see protests by BJP workers in control, but Congress ticket aspirants are upset. So is this an impact of all parties stressing on winnability, going with surveys and, a data-driven approach to ticket distribution?
Vasudha, on the contrary to that, I would say it doesn't look like a data-driven approach. Moments before we are now recording, an hour or so back, BJP released its list of 58 new candidates, out of which 29 are old guard. So the old guard is holding fort for the new BJP. And this is the case today for the BJP. It was the case yesterday for the Congress party. Same old hands who have been repeated and fielded. Now, the chief minister had previously said that there is an anti-incumbency against my incumbent MLAs, and we don't see many MLAs out of the list. I think so far only 8 or 9 maximum out of the 156 that the Congress has released have been old incumbent MLAs who have been denied tickets, whereas in the last list itself, 14 candidates were such who have lost elections twice or more. So where is the data-driven thing? It is same old people, same old set of people contesting the election. It predominantly looks like a repeat of 2018 in 2023. So no such change. The only change that one saw was in the first list of Bharatiya Janata Party, where they changed 29 of the 41 candidates. That was a big moving and shaking. After that, the BJP also has gone back to the old tried-tested hands. Former Chief Minister Vasudha Raje and her supporters have also been accumulated. So the way I look at it is that, yes, there was a huge uproar and cry because 29 out of 41 were changed. You see those angry workers in 3 to 4 constituencies. The rest all has been contained. Right. So BJP is trying to get all the people together. All herds are coming together. They are consolidating. Rajesh going out all of her way and supporting her people. Whereas in the Congress party, now you see fissures. So the last time independents who defeated a Congress candidate are now getting a Congress symbol.
Okay.
BSP people who supported the Congress are now getting the Congress. So if we look at it, there are 17 to 18 seats where congressmen have been denied tickets because of these independents and the BSP workers coming in.
Right.
So it doesn't look like some survey or on the ground or data. It is old political story, and both the old guards are back.
Right. So that was political analyst Avinash Kalla joining us and telling us how parties are balancing out winnability and aspirations of ticket seekers and also trying to override factionalism. That's all we have for you in the battle for states. Thank you for watching NDTV. Stay tuned for more news and updates.